Keep doing it.
Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in McKenzie, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a... When he goes after it like he is here.
And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there.
Long, just met longer.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Setting up for the approach, this player in total command.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The decision-making, club selection's been spot on, but the execution, the swing, is really what I'm admiring right now. Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle.
Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back? Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Frank, how about that?
Oh, can you believe that, too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away instead. Straight in. Amazing shot. And really deserves it.
Frank, the 9th hole at 452 yards, but that water down the right is really a test of a player's driving ability, isn't it?
It is, and his ability to sort of take the shot on. Ideally, just something with a little bit of a fade, unless you can carry the ball 300 yards. Then you can get it just past that bunker. But when you look at this hole, notice how that fairway just starts to open up. So Pete Dye will reward an aggressive tee shot, but also he'll punish it if it's wayward.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Really rolling at this point. 3 birdies for the round. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
And it makes the green in regulation.
Rack up another one.
Frank, how about this hole? The par 5 11. Long one.
Oh, it is. And, you know, anything over 600 yards, only the longest it is the Bubba Watsons, the Dustin Johnsons of the world. The other ones that can get home on a hole like this. For the other ones, even those bunkers down the left side are sort of in play. You at least have to give them a cursory look off the tee. Nothing wrong with a hole, a par 5 that you can't reach. You can still play it as a 3-shotter. In some respects, you get rewarded for laying up here because that water that comes in on the left-hand side, that's not going to be in play.
Ball sitting down here, the rough. He's digging in. Putting all of his talents on display here from the rough, and he knocks it really close. Beautiful shot. Just sensational golf, and he finishes it off with an eagle. To the par 4 12th here at PGA West, short at 363 yards. Headed for the bunker? Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Well, in the sand, but it has been raked nicely, looking for something positive. Without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Now at the par 3 13th, and Frank, in some ways, this is vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. His use of wooden bulkheads, plus the fact that he gives you that diminishing line. The further you go back into this green, you realize it's a larger carry. It just sort of reeks of something that's hit to the front mid-right of this green.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, Frank, kind of a make-or-break hole here at the 14th, par 4, 389 yards.
Yeah, for the Cavalier player, you can sort of go at this green in a more direct line. 290 yards will take all this bunker down the right out of play. Just leave you a flick in here. I'm going to say that's not a bad play, really. If you don't do that, then you just got to thread it down the left.
That's how the best in the world play it, Frank.
Well, I feel a little lucky that it went in, but it was always going to be close.
Now to the par 4 15th hole, 468 yards. Frank, what do you like about number 15?
The variation of the bunkering here, Rich, I think is excellent. The bunker that meanders its way down the right side tends to go to the right, and then you start to see those two bunkers down the left side. You've really got to try and take that second one on the left out of play. That requires something in excess of 280 yards. From there on in, you've got a chance.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Dude, that in the hole, tremendous shot. Now the par 5 16th, dog leg, and it's at 600 yards, so a little bit of an advantage to the big bomber, Frank.
Yeah, they can almost take a big chunk out of this hole by going down the left side. If you can take that bunker out of play, and that's a big hit to get past that, then all of a sudden, shortest point between two places is a straight line. You've really reduced this hole into something closer to 570 yards.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, why are great rivalries so important? Why do we love them?
I think because people like to sit on one side of the fence. You're either for or against a great player. And I think we see that today with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. There's the McIlroy fans that think his future is so bright. There's the Woods fans that still want him to pass Jack Nicklaus's record. That's the beauty. You've got to have an opinion, and you have to have a player.
Well, we've arrived at Alcatraz, the signature hole here at PGA West. Well, Frank, the most famous island green obviously is TPC Sawgrass, Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, Pete Dye's creation. People forget this is also an island green here in the California desert.
And it's called Alcatraz, and I've never heard of anyone trying to break into Alcatraz.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That is a really good shot, landing close to the flagstick. Getting set now over the putt.
That's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Routine stuff for Rory. That's a par. Well, here we are at 18. It's par 4, only 439 yards, but again, we've said it all day long. Water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's three groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with.
From the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie